All right. All right, so exponent rule, we already talked about last time. What are they? We talked about to the third rules. This unit circle, we're gonna do that this year. AP pre-calculus, there you go. Okay, so this is all the homeworks that we post. Those of you guys did not do it, um, there's a homework and the answers are over there. So, and if you're not sure your answer is correct, check again. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next topic. Exponent rule. So we're gonna talk about exponent rule. I'll write down this rule for you. So I'm gonna copy and paste. Copy and paste here. Like I said, if you don't want to do homework, I think Kench is pretty nice. Anybody have Kench last year? Yeah? You have Kench last year? He's pretty chill. He'll give you an A. Even if you don't do homework, right, Bailey? No, he didn't give you an A? Yeah, but did you do homework? You didn't have to do much. Yeah, that's a class to go to. If you're not planning on doing homework. Me, I have Asian standards, so go to white people. They have white standards. So a to the m times a to the n equal to a to the m plus n is product rule. A to the m over a to the n is a to the m minus n. Always top minus bottom. Keep the same orientation. Anything to the 0 power is 1. At times, I'm going to say this. Even 0 to the 0 power is very close to 1. It's very, very close to 1. And it's really hard to figure that out. But we kind of did it that day, so we're going to come back if we have time to talk about why is this true. This is actually require calculus to explain, okay? A to the negative n is equal to 1 over a to the n power, or 1 over a to the negative n is equal to a to the n over 1. We're going to talk about those two rules more. There's a power rule. A to the m to the n power time equal to a to the m times n. And we have definition radical. Hopefully we got all through all this. So let's go through them. So let's just say if I have 2 to the x to the 4th, y to the negative 2 to the 4th power, and then let's say it's 4x to the 10, y to the negative 5 to the negative 2 power, something like this, right? It seems like a very, very massive, but let's start with something so easy. Let's start with something that says 2 to the 4th power to the 3rd. What would it be? 2 to which power? 2 to the power 12, because those two is going to times together. Basically, just like this, right? Is, right? And this is a 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Of course, you don't want to write this out, but that just would happen. But that way you know is 2 to the 12. And that's that. So same thing here. We're going to look at it. Now, what I want to do is I always tell students write down 1 here. Just make sure your life is easier. Yeah. Do you need a pass? Huh? Hold on a second. All right here. Okay. I don't know how to spell your name. B-A-L-Y-N. Okay. Whatever. What time is it? 1 something? 8/16, I think. 8/16. August 16. Yeah. Okay, so I would do, and you guys should try that before I do it, too. You know, so if you see, you can, if you understand it. So this one, order operation told you that this to the fourth power and this to the -2 power. So that means you can use power rule. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna via power rule. It's gonna be 2 to the 1 times 4 is 4, x to the 16, y to the -8. They kind of told you the order operation is PEMDAS, right? And now here it's going to be 4 to the -2, x to the -20, y to the 10. Now this just becomes a very easy product rule, but you got to be careful. This 2 to the 4, they are not the same base, so they cannot multiply together. So that's going to be 2 to the 4th power times 4 to the -2 power. Does that make sense? Because they're not the same base. They cannot join together. Now the x is going to give you 16 minus 20, because it's actually plus -20, y to the -8 plus 10. And that's equal to 2 to the 4th power times 1 over 4 squared. Does that make sense? Because the negative exponent is going to go down. Yes.
Turn the 4 to 2 by like division, 2 to the power of 2.
Which one?
So for the 4, we do a.
Yes, you can. You can change that to 2 to the 2. It'll be 2 to the -4. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in a second. You're right. So that's actually a pretty good idea as well. That's a very good thinking. So this is -4, y to the 2. So that means 2 to the 4 is 16 over 16 x to the 4th y squared. Because this is a -4, they're not happy with this, so it's going to go down. And the answer is going to be y squared over x to the 4th. Now, what he's saying is this. What if we have 2 to the 4th here and times 4 to the -2? Can I change this 4 to 2 to the 2? Yes, I can. That's going to be 2 times 2 to the 2 power times -2, like this, right? So that's equal to 2 to the 4 times 2 to the -4, which is the power the same. This is going to be 0, which is 1. And that's how you get 16 over 16 is 1 as well. So this is the final answer. It's y squared over x to the 4th. Let me know if I talk too fast. But make sure everything is very precise on what you're doing. So I'm very emphasized on you being precise on your test, because my test is never a free response. It's never a multiple choice test. It's always free response, because that way is the best way to learn. If it's a multiple choice, everybody can get C, B, whatever. Okay, so you're gonna try one. So I want to multiply those two exponent rule. Now, exponent rule does happen a lot on SAT, so you gotta be careful because the SAT does a lot less questions. Yes, of course. Just grab a pass and go. If you see the pass there, just grab it and go. You don't need to ask me. I'm only focused on teaching. We're focused on giving pass out. Let's see if you work it out. You get the same answer as other people. many of you guys already finished? No? Keep on going. This is a kind of hard problem. There's a lot of you guys. I probably don't remember half of you guys' name by the night week. So. Anna, you done? Apple, are you done? You gotta be confident about yourself. I did it wrong. You did it wrong. I did it right. You did it wrong. Sure.
I remember there was a rule.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like 4 to the power of 2 times 3 to the power of 2. When the power numbers are the same, we would multiply those numbers and have the power. That would be 12 to the power of 2.
Yes. Yeah, you can do that, but very rarely that happens. But there are some tricky questions that you're required for you to do that. I can show you later, but not right now. Right now, just focus on the simple rules, even definition of radicals. Okay, I want to see how many of you guys did right. I'm going to go ahead and go over it. So this order operation tells you this to the negative 2. So that means 4 to the negative 2. Did you guys do that?
Yeah.
X to the negative 10, y to the 6. And this times 3 to the negative 2, x to the negative 4, y to the negative 8. Obviously, this 4 and 3 not the same base, so you cannot multiply together. So they have different base, so it'll be 4 to the negative 2 times 3 to the negative 2 times x to the negative 14. Does that make sense? Y to the negative 2. It seems like everything's negative, so that's going to be 4 squared times 1 over 3 squared times 1 over x to the 14 times 1 over y to the 2. So it'll be 1x to the 14, y to the 2. This is going to give you 9 times 16. I think it's 144. How many of you guys got that? 144. Good. Did I go over too fast? If you have any question, please tell me. Because sometimes I talk really fast. Most of the time you hear Chinese people talk, you thought they talk very fast. Kind of like me. Yes. It's 4 to the square is 16. This is a 9. So 16 times 9 is equal to 144. Because this is 4 to the negative 2 power. 3 to the negative 2 power. They become denominator. Denominator can multiply. Good? How many of you guys did not get it? Raise your hand. It's okay. You did not? Okay, can you tell me where you don't understand? Or you understand everything? Janisha, do you have any part you don't understand? Okay, the base of 2, 4, and 3, they cannot multiply together. Just change individually. But they can multiply because that fraction can multiply together. All the way over there, the girl. What's your name?
Mia.
Mia, do you understand?
Yeah, I just made a mistake, but I understand where I went wrong.
Okay. Does anybody need me go over any detailed things? No? All right. I might work. I'm gonna ask you later, but I'm gonna go back to new skill. Yes.
I'm gonna ask which exponent rule is this one?
What?
Which rule is this one?
Which you're talking about from here to here?
Is this the power rule?
Power rule apply here. This is the power rule apply here. Apply this -2 inside, And that's going to be a power rule from first step to the second step. That's a power rule. That's it. Now, this part is going to be product rule because those two things times each other. So that's why x to the negative 10 times x to the negative 4 is x to the negative 14. Y to the 6 and y to the negative 8 is y to the negative 2. Got it? And since this have different base, they cannot multiply together because the exponent rule says they have to be the same base. If you look at here, it has to be a and a. Right? It does not change it to a, just a. Still a to the something. But they have the same base, they can multiply together. Got it? Okay. Next question. We're going to talk about fractional exponents. I wondering how many people knows this, but I'm going to see how many people knows this. 8 to the negative 2 third power. Let's raise your hand if you think you know, and I will tell you if you are right or wrong. So one person, give me a second. I want to see if more people can figure out. 2. Okay, what's your name?
Amelia.
Amelia? Sefer. Okay, Amelia, Sefer. Anybody else? Only 2 people? 3? Okay, London. What's your?
I get like half, but not.
What do you think the answer is?
I would think. Well, I would think you have to change a fraction to a decimal.
No. Sefer, what do you think the answer is?
And the answer is like radical a to the power of negative 2, like 3 radical a to the power of negative 2.
Marina?
I would say cube root of 1 over 8 squared, so 1 over 64.
No. Okay, everybody start. Yes.
Isn't it just cube root of 8 to the power of negative 2? Or do you have to do something different?
I don't know. I'm asking you. If you raise your hand, you probably have a confidence with your answer. That's okay. We'll teach you. That's the goal of here. Okay. So anything, I don't like negative exponents, so I'm gonna change to positive. So that's gonna be 1 over 8 to the 2 third. Does that make sense? That's the first thing is first because this is negative exponents. They do not multiply because they are to the power, but you never seen a fraction power. A fraction power is gonna follow this rule. A to the m over n equal to n roots of a to the m. Now, how do you memorize this rule? I need you to draw a tree. That's an ugly tree, sorry. I draw like kindergarten. And there is a sun. Right? Sun provides power, and the tree is going to grow roots. Right? It's power over roots. So this is power. This is roots. This is the roots. And this is the power. And in order to grow trees, you must grow roots first. Okay, roots first. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So therefore, I can use this. I can say that becomes the third roots of 8 squared. And some people get that, understand, but you can simplify this more. Okay? So what is third roots of 8? Now, some people says, I know 8 squared is 64. I understand that. I understand that's 64. But it's always better to do roots first. Roots, cube root of 8. That means which number multiply itself 3 times is going to give me 8. Yeah. 2. So that's equal to 1 over. This part is going to give you a 2, but the 2 is still there. So the answer is 1 over 4. Does that make sense? Always do roots first. Always do roots first, not the other way. Because 8 squared is 64. It's harder to do cube root of 64. It's easier to do cube root of 8. Because this cube root of 8, if you don't know, basically you can break down to the 2, 4, 2, 2. You can group, 2. So you can group this, you can get out. Everything is out. So it's 2 times 2 times 2. That means cube root of 8 is equal to 2. So I want you to try one. What would be 16 to the negative fifth over 4? If you got an answer, I'm gonna come look at it. Write it down. Not right, but it's a good idea. Good. You gotta pick it up. Good. Almost there. Gotta pick it up. I think this you have the wrong side. It's power over. Not 16. What is 16? So think about which number multiplied itself 4 times is going to be 16. There's a one number multiplied itself 4 times. So 1 times 1 times 1 times 1.
Yeah.
This is good. Very nice.
So you got the 1 over 2, right? Did you get that? Yeah. I'm the she's the
You are? I'm so confused. Are you sure you're not this? No? Okay.
I don't know what. You want not to pass. That's this thing. Yes. Yeah. And then you do so what is no. Oh, we sorry, yeah.
All right, so the answer is 1 over 32. So that's equal to 1 over 32. Now here's what it is 16 to the fifth 4 power because you change the positive exponent. Now that's going to be 4 root of 16 to the fifth. You want to think of a number multiply itself 4 times is going to give me 16. So you try it. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. 4 times is going to give you 1. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, that's going to be 4 8, 16. So we know that this part is 2 to the 5th. Now we know 2 to the 4th, 16, to the 5th just times 1 more time. So that's 1 over 32. Does that make sense? Okay. So now we're going to give you our harder one now. So you guys ready? Okay. So this one's going to be kind of hard. So you're going to see. So let's just say if I have 2 and 16, x to the 1/2, x to the negative 3 over 2, y to the negative 2, y to the negative 1/2. The whole thing is to the negative 4/3 power. Panda's gonna tell you do inside a parenthesis first. Which rule you should do first? What is that rule? Which rule I should use first? No, you don't do outside power. Parentheses happen first. So imagine that you're just gonna look at this first. Quotient rule, thank you. Only the quotient rule first. You make your life a lot more faster, easier. So always think about the most efficient path rather than harder path. It is a lot of fraction, but you already know how to add fraction because I already teach you how to add fraction. How to multiply fraction as well. I only have 2 minutes left, so I'm gonna kind of do this really fast. I don't want to do this power inside first. I want to do inside here first because I'm gonna make a better choice because my life will be easier. This is 1 over 8. 1/2 minus negative 3 over 2. They have same denominator, so 1/2 plus 3 over 2. So it's actually x to the 2. Negative 2 minus negative 1/2. So that's negative 2 plus 1/2. So that's negative 3 over 2 because you multiply this by 2 over 2. So that's going to be y to the negative 3 over 2. Now I don't change to negative exponent first. Now I'm going to actually just do power rule because power rule is going to be a lot easier here because if I have 2 negative times each other, it's going to be positive. I don't have to bother switch side. I can just do this and it will be negative and I'll switch side at the end. So that's going to be 1 over 8. So 1 to the negative 4/3 power is 1. So 8 to the negative 4/3. X to the negative 8 over 3rd. Y to the 12 over 6, which is 2. Because negative 3 over 2 times by negative 4 over 3. And that's equal to 12 over 6, that's 2. Now I'm just switch side. Y to the 2nd. 8 to the 4/3. X to the 8 over 3. I just need to figure out what 8 to the 4/3 is. This one's going to give you 2 to the 4. That's equal to 16. So it'll be 16 y to the 2nd over x to the 8 over 3. And that's the answer I got. And let me know if you have any questions. What? Negative 8 over 3. I just do 2 times negative 4 over 3. So that's equal to negative 8 over 3, right? Yes. Oh, also, if you're a new student, you need to join the group chat. So, hold on, I need to turn on VPN. Let me turn on VPN because I don't have it. A second. Alright, how do I skip it?
Done. And then click yes.
I didn't see what it was like.
Back. So. Let's add. Hi.
Do you have like tutoring during lunch?
You can come here at lunch, at B lunch. But I have A lunch, I have a class. But you have to come like right away, so you kind of have to bring lunch here. Because if you don't, they will lock you out. They won't let you come in.
I tried here, but then the teacher said that I can't do tutoring during lunch.
It's stupid, but if you come in early enough, they won't know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Hi, Jimmy.
Homework today?
Yeah, we have homework. I'll post it in a sec.
Okay, thank you. Have a good one.
Huh? I will post on WhatsApp. Do you know how to use WhatsApp?
A little bit.
Can you add a group chat first?
I need to also the WhatsApp.
Okay. For free.
For
No, that's that's for freak out. So add it. I will post it. Usually around 3:30. I'll post it.
And there's no QR code, right?
There's copy.
Can I ask a question before leaving for in here, why did we start doing the subtracting before finishing the power? Because isn't that a rule that you finish your job with the power and then start?
No, I do quotient rule. It doesn't matter which rule I use. I'm gonna use the most efficient path. So if you can simplify this first before you do power rule, like so if you power rule, you have to bring you have to multiply like 6 different fractions. That's a lot of work. So you can simplify inside first because of PIMDA.
I think it's simple.
Yeah.
After?
No, I have to go tutoring. There's a lot of people here. They all failed their calculus test. So hi. You can come if you want, but more likely you're doing okay, right? If you need help, you can come after school.
I'm not that good in math. I want to actually get good in math.
Okay, yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, you can stay if you want, but right now, probably those group of next time. What happened, test?
Oh well, I'm getting ready.
All right, so if you wanna help me grade the test, but first of all, you have to understand everything. DeLong, why are you here? You can stay, but do you understand the stuff? Most of the calculus kids are there need a lot of help. But if you have pre-cal, you're fine. You can stay. Just grab a seat. It's fine. You can stay. But I think most of the calculus is gonna fill out this class. Okay, so I'm not gonna do it all in one day. So I'm gonna grade half the test today and half the test on Monday. So if you don't want to be here, we can do, some of you guys can be on Monday as well. So if you're here, if you're available today, then we'll go over all the stuff. So the whole thing is actually I'm gonna go over all the test questions first, and then that way you know what am I looking for. Yes. Yes and no. Why? Why do you have to do that?
You graded it?
No, I didn't grade nobody. I didn't grade nobody. Yeah, somebody's gonna grade yours. I don't know. So this is the exact blank test that you have. Jordan, you need here for me or something else? Oh, okay. No, don't you have that? You already want. Okay, so this is a blank test. This is a blank test. This is not even thing. So I'm gonna show you what I'm looking for on each test question. Most of you guys probably end up doing some of you guys probably doing okay. At least those people are here actually really care about your grade. So I was talking yesterday is this is, I just print out extra copy. I like to deal trees. If you make you smarter and shorter, say more tree down the future. So you don't have to say today if you don't want to say, but we're gonna separate 2 days to create them. If you need more, it's right here. So, okay, let me go over the first test. But I'm gonna go over each question. So I'm gonna talk about all the concept in each question that matter. Yes. It's over there. If you can pick it up. So first of all, you have to know how to grade. How do I grade works? So, I don't know. So I'm gonna ask you to grade 2 papers. Now, if you cannot stay a long time, let me know. We have. Let's start grading somebody. Now, if you happen to get your own paper, just be honest with me, just change it with other people. I trust you guys. You guys are here. If you let me find out you're not trustworthy, I'll never trust you again. If I'm not trustworthy again, it's not worth it. Trust me. You want to be very critical for another student because you are helping them. You're not. Make sure you give the test back though. It's okay, just pass it to the back.
You're right.
Yeah, you need a pen. Huh?
Is there specific color more or?
Red is proper for that's why I told you red. So you need to use pen to grade, don't have a pencil. So use a red pen. Right now everybody should only have red pen.
Okay, you have a red pen that you can.
What?
You have a red pen that you can spare.
No. Okay, anybody don't have a test? Can you pass back?
Yeah.
Pass back. Anybody don't have a test, so I have extra test. Your brain busy.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go through them all, so that way you can see what you're supposed to be grading for. Okay. So you're grading. key over there.
Wait,
Fine.
what did you say?
Fine. Okay.
You didn't get a test?
Okay. So
Wait, Mr. You want me to grade all of these or just pick one?
huh?
You just want me to start going through them?
No, you just
No.
pick one.
Okay.
You have something to do? You don't have a pen? I can let you lend one, but you have to give it back to me. Did anybody get your own test? You got your own test? Change it. Make sure you only have pens, right? So I'm gonna go through them. It's gonna be very fast. You guys have asked questions. In total, there's a 46 check mark. So I look for the first one. So first one is gonna be, now write down your own paper, right? 98x to the third equal to 2x. Write down what the concept that's talking about. If there's a 3, that means there is 3 solutions. Always. It's called fundamental theorem of algebra. If you don't know what's fundamental algebra, it's by Frederick Gauss. Frederick Gauss is a person that who knew how to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus all the way to 100 at age of 8. And he did it in 10 seconds. So Frederick Gauss is also a father of physics as well. So fundamental theorem of algebra says if there's 3 answers here, there's 3, that means there's 3 answers. If you divide by both sides by x, you kill one of the answer, which is bad. Which is some of you guys that kill one of the answer or kill multiple answer, you should do this. And you should factor out a 2x that's equal to 49x squared minus 1 equal to 0. And that should give you a 2x times 7x plus 1 times 7x minus 1 equal to 0. X equal to 0, x equal to 1 over 7 negative, x equal to 1 over 7. So you should get 2 check mark here.
If they only did x equals 1.
You're not a priority right now. You figure out your own shit.
Okay.
So depend on how many check mark. So you can look at the grading, how I do grading here too. That's how I grade, how many check marks. So you see you have 2 check marks. Does anybody need a test? You come in late. I'll give you an empty test as well, so you can write on your own paper. So that way you can see what is the thing that's going to take over and over. What? Huh? We're gonna count the total check. You're gonna try this paper.
And do we write an X on it?
No, just put in how many check marks. Don't put in how many X.
Oh.
Just like if they have 2 check marks, just write down 2 check marks. Okay? All right, so yeah, if they show their work, so usually I go back. I usually go look at the work. If it work, if they divide by x on both sides, that's already done. If you move to one side and factor out something, that's good, because that teach you how the right process of math thinking is. What? That's wrong. Both of them, yeah, both of them wrong. X equal to 0, but unfortunately that's wrong, even though that's a good student. So Safa, where's Safa? Okay. So yeah. The second question, there was a multiple way to do it. So there are 2 times x plus 2. So 2 times x plus 2 to the second minus 5 equal to 27. So what I will do is I will add 5 on both sides. So that's going to be 2x plus 2 squared is equal to 32. And now divide by 2 on both sides, so it'll be x plus 2 squared equal to 16. Now, I know a lot of you guys expanding that. I don't think that's a best pass. I think it's, Lena, why are you late? Okay, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna square root both sides. And if you square root both sides, you're gonna get plus minus. X plus 2 equal to plus minus 4. X equal to negative 2 plus 4. X equal to negative 2 minus 4. So the work, the answers. 2 check mark. So if they deserve a 2 check mark, give them 2 check mark. Do not cross anything out. Does that make sense or no? You had to have a plus minus. Plus minus. Now also write your name on top of your on top of things, so that way I know who graded. Because if you grade wrong, I'm gonna go back to penalize you rather than them. Yes, Amara.
Is it 1 point for the work and then 1 point for the answer?
Yeah, so there's multiple work. There were some people they expand this way. You're gonna see this equal to 32, and you're gonna see this of x squared plus 4x plus 4 equal to 32. 2x squared plus 8x plus 8 equal to 32. 2x squared plus 8x. What is it? 32 minus 8. 8. What?
They got like say x equals 2, they didn't get the other one. How many checks?
I'll give him 1 check out of 2 because that still have a half the answer. But technically, if you ever see this x to the second degree, you should have 2 answers. Okay, so 2 check mark for this. I think it's this. What is it? 26? No. 22? No, 24. Sorry. Equal to 0. Take out 2, so it'll be x squared plus 4x plus 12, and the x. I don't know if I did. Oh, this is 30. This is negative 32. So it's a negative 24. Negative 12. So it'll be x minus x plus 2. No, x plus 6. And x minus 2. And x equal to negative 6. X equal to 2. Second way to do this question. I don't care which way you got it. As long as you get the answer, it's fine. Okay, so 2 check mark, 2 check mark.
Just making sure if they didn't get anything right, we just told them to do anything, right?
Yeah, just because you count how many check mark out of 46. Am I okay here?
That's like this one. This that's different from this. Like it says equals 32 on this one and equals 33 on this one. Like the one the test you gave us says 33 and equals 33.
Oh yeah, but it feels. Yeah, I want 33. So it should be 32. Yeah, let's wait. Let's do 30. 32, right? Yes, yeah, 32. Change it 32. The one I write it, just change 32. Yeah, 1 check mark out of 2. It doesn't matter which way, as long as math is right. You should get it. Okay, you guys. Okay, I'm going forward. The next one will be x plus 3 to the negative 3/4 plus 5 equal to 32. So it'll be x plus 3 to the negative 3/4 is equal to 27. So the way to get rid of power is just do x plus 3 to the negative 3/4 and to the negative 4/3. Why? Because that's inverse power from both sides. So negative 4/3, so that's going to be x plus 3 this side. This is going to be 27, so it'll be 1/27 to the 4/3. and that's equal to 1 over third root of 27 to the fourth, x plus 3, x equal to -3 plus 1 over 81, I believe. So it'll be negative 242 over 243. Over 81, sorry, it's over 81. To check mark. Come back Monday. Come back Monday. If you come in too late, come back Monday. So we already started. Is that okay? Yes. Veda, don't interrupt my student, please.